Hello everybody, my name is Ian Shikino. We're at game number 2 in the best of 3 between aTnSocke, our red Protoss player in the top right part of the map, and our bottom left player, our blue Terran player, EGDeMusliM, winning last game on Metalopolis with some very nice bio ball, MMM play style against Socke. So, last time we saw Socke open up with like a gateway in the starport to do some Void Ray harass. The Void Ray harass kind of wasn't as strong as it needed to be, and oh, it looked like the Muslim there was going to go for that gas steal because he knows Socke likes to go for those tech plays, gets that second gas very early in most of his plays, and he had that icon there, so he was going to steal it, but Socke was too quick for him, grabs that, and this SCV is just going to start working away, killing that pylon. He's like, this can't be hard. There's a crystal inside. Look, there's a giant crystal in there. I'm used to mining those. I'll just get that, take it home. The boss will be happy. It's got to be worth more than like the normal 5 minerals I bring home. That's got to be worth like 100 minerals. If you could harvest that crystal inside that pylon, that would be amazing. He would definitely get a raise. This guy would be promoted to... See, what would you get promoted to if you were an SCV? Probably a... No, maybe a mule, because mules are pretty awesome, but then they die. No, that's early retirement. So if a mule, when it disappears, it's early retirement. So an SCV, this guy would get promoted to a mule, and then he'd just be done. He wouldn't have to harvest anymore. But anyway, enough of me blabbering. We have DeMusliM just on 2 gas again, so I think this is a decision he made on purpose. He likes to get the second command center up very soon, and of course it's helpful to have more minerals at that point. And he only needs enough gas to get the Marauder out and a concussive shell, so it seems like he's this timing built pretty well down. It looks like he's going to go with the same early attack. He's going to go 2 Marauder, 1 Marine SCV, do some damage, force Socke to throw down a sentry. And what do we got here? Looks like a different opening from Socke. He's going 2 Gateway Robo. Actually, it was a Gateway Robo, then Gateway. Excuse me. Stalker coming out, so we have Zealot Sentry Stalker for Socke, and he looks like he's ready to fight. And we're going to have to DeMusliM see how much damage he can do here with these 2 Marauders and Marine and a SCV. The expansion is going up. I really like this opening from DeMusliM. It allows him to get a really early expansion, apply pressure, and just maybe even pick off a couple units with that concussive shell. And he's going to get the... Wow, he gets the sentry. Very nice probe. He's even going to get a probe. He loses SCV, but it works out pretty well. And he can even scout his opponent's base. He doesn't even really need to micro. I think the better thing at this point would just be to run, check out the Robo. Does he see it? No, he doesn't see it, but you know, sometimes in the heat of battle you forget, you don't think everything is perfectly through as possible, but he could easily walk in and scouted that robotics facility and got a free scout, wouldn't have to use a scan. Expansion is going over for DeMusliM and not making an orbital first, just I guess deciding he's pretty well saturated with his SCVs. He's just going to turn to them over there, even calling down a mule before it even lands. He wants to get these minerals extremely quick. These are the good minerals he's heard about. Socke sending an observer, so he's going to check out all this, and if DeMusliM isn't paying attention, he's going to lose some units. Nope, he's paying attention. He's watching that mini-map like a hawk, and Socke is just going to chase these Marauders down. That Stalker should be able to get a couple hits on him as it's running away. So we just have a little bit of chase here. Need some chase theme music, like, I don't know, some chase music playing in the background. That'd be kind of cool. But sadly, I don't have like a whole list of movie chase music themes at my disposal. But anyway, it looks like this Marauder is going to die. That Zealot, get out of the way! That's Starcraft yelling, get out of the way! You're so slow. He kills that Marauder and is forced to fall back. He does have a pretty good Marine Marauder army, so I don't think he really is in trouble at this point. He can pull SCVs. Guardian Shield going up, focus fire down on that Immortal. It's going to drop very quickly. Very smart thing to attack first. Focus fire the Stalker down next, and now he can just out micro these Zealots with concussive shells. More units being brought in, reinforcements. Stalker showing up. There are quite a few SCVs down here. Harvester count still pretty close. He did lose a couple in his attack. But more reinforcements, more Stalkers. He still has that 1 Marauder, so he cannot micro those Marines forever. If he can focus fire, kill down the Marauder, and oh, but he's got an Immortal. Those aren't going to be too great against Marines, unfortunately. He needs to run that thing back. Oh, it's going to die. But now he can actually out-micro these Marines. Taking all that out, and there's still a couple Marines here. I'm surprised we haven't seen DeMusliM throw up a bunker at this point. But I think Stocks is going for Socke. Call him Socks. That'd be a cool name. My name was Socks. Anyways, Socke, singular, is throwing up an expansion, so it looks like we're going to have a similar safe playstyle from Socke. Checking everything out. Check everything out here with this observer. Keep an eye on how many units DeMusliM is going for. Let's check the production facilities. We got a factory going up, starting the second gas here on multiple barracks. So pretty much for DeMusliM, this is exact carbon copy of last game. Sock playing a little bit differently. And he's got a tall boy rally down here at the very bottom. That's rallies from the observer, so hopefully he'll change that. We don't just see a Colossus just start walking across the map and then just dies. And the probe transfer is going. Let's check the harvester count at this point. Excuse me. 3740. So in the lead, EGDeMusliM had that expansion up a little bit earlier. He has those mules, so his expansion is going to be up a lot sooner. And but we do have Chrono Boost from Sock, so if he really wants to pump out some probes and catch up, he can do that. We got a Scout Marine here getting stimmed. He's pumped. He's going to check out this expansion. Boom, there it is. He sees the expansion now. He's going to try and get away, but no, he's out of stim. I need more life. He's going to try and run away, and he gets killed. So let's check out here the food count. I'm just kind of curious. 68 for 67, so we're doing a very close game so far. 2 base with 3 gateway, 1 robo, making some tall boys, 3 warp gate, and he's going to come up here, check out this Zelnaga tower just in time for this Marine to get picked off. And EGDeMusliM is out microing those destructible rocks while he runs away. And wow, he can easily destroy that army just because this pathing was so bad from Sock. If he would have seen that, he would have just crushed this entire army, and then actually could have just crushed the rest of the army. So unfortunately for EGDeMusliM, didn't get that, didn't get lucky, didn't just, you know, punch the gun and take out those units, because that would have worked perfectly for him. Just because the army was split up by Sock in that path, another tall boy showing up, and we're gonna have a fight here. Marine Marauder. He doesn't have very many units to buffer this Colossus, so he's gonna have to keep it alive. He's gonna have to get some really good either Guardian Shields or Force Fields up. He's gonna maybe harass with this Colossus, kill some SCVs. Is a range upgrade done? Nope, range upgrade isn't finished. He has to keep an eye out for that. And we have 2 Vikings out. Oh no, he's throwing down a scan. Did he get that observer? I think he killed that observer. Let me check the vision here real quick. Yep, he got the observer with those Vikings and the Marines there. So upgrades, no upgrades, any upgrades yet, but we have 1 attack upgrade coming for EGDeMusliM, making some more Vikings, throwing up an armory, and we got a Twilight Council being produced and extended thermal lances. Some more gateways being built up here in behind Sock's expansion, so that'll put him up to 5 gateways. I think he could actually maybe afford 1 more building, 1 more production building off 2 bases. But this Twilight Council is popping up. We'll probably see him get charge based on what he went last game. I'm assuming charge. Or he just may tech straight to High Templar. There he goes, making High Templar. I think it's a pretty safe decision considering his opponent's going all bio. High Templar do very well against that. But I'm kind of worried that Sock isn't going to have a big enough bio army, a big enough warp gate army in these fights if they come up. EGDeMusliM, all he has to do is just spread out his Marines pretty well, take those Marauders and just focus fire, stim, focus fire, kill those Colossus off. But at the same time, Sock does have quite a few sentries. He's building up energy on those sentries. He's going to be able to throw down some force fields and maybe save those Colossi if they get focus fired or anything like that. Another expansion popping up for EGDeMusliM. He's probably going to fly that over here to the gold. These destructible rocks are at 23 health, stimming another Marine. And the Marine is saying hi to that probe, and the probe is saying bye to the Marine. And he's stimming, he's going to catch him. And this probe is having a horrible day. And he's going to get picked off. There he goes. That Marine gets his first blood. He's happy. He's going to go hang out at the Zelnaga tower, check some stuff out. So, wow, a lot of Vikings. Holy cow, that is a lot of Vikings. I think that's kind of overkill for Vikings at this point. He's got about four Vikings per Colossus. For Sock, and Sock just made a whole bunch of Zealots and quite a few High Templar, but he doesn't have Storm yet. Storm, what is that, about 90% finished. Sock taking out his destructible rocks at the gold, and looks like EGDeMusliM is just going to push up. He has so many Vikings. Those Colossus are just going to die so fast to this, and it's just going to come down to Storm, whether or not he can get some good Storm, some good force fields. But those Colossus are going to die no matter what. Here we have the fight, and Storm falling back. He's trying to get some attack. And wow, very nice. Storm's doing a lot of damage to those Vikings. Crazy damage. And he's pushing up, and EGDeMusliM is kind of, wow, I thought he was going to crush this fight, but it is not going good. Force fields. Oh, left a little hole there. EGDeMusliM is just going to run away. He really needs to just get out of there. He's actually running to his his enemy's base. He's like, you know what? My base is too far. I'm just going to hang out here and get some kills. Sock though whooping some Stalkers there. He's going to be able to pick off those medevacs and then finish up and kill off the rest of these Marauders. But those Marauders, wow, managed to get, yep, all 4 of those Stalker kills. So even though he lost his stuff, he still managed to get 4 more Stalker kills with that. Pretty smooth moves there. Cardarian Amulet being researched. We got the gold expansion popping up for SOC. EGDeMusliM's expansion is already up with the Planetary Fortress, and EGDeMuslim is going to do some small harassing here. High Templar enough for a storm? Doesn't look like it. And he's just going to micro back, fall back. We have the Archon up here. Mostly Sentry, Stalker, Zealot combination with some couple High Templars sprinkled in there. And EGDeMuslim is running away, but oh no! SOC could have totally killed the rest of these units because he doesn't have enough medevacs to pick them up. And he's just falling back. He has to run all the way around here to the side just because these rocks aren't taken out. And that Colossus with its, now it has a range upgrade, he's going to be able to do some damage. And oh, he can lose that Colossus there. It's so low. Oh no, loses the Colossus. So just like 5 Marines and a Marauder, or a couple Marines and a Marauder. Feedback on that medevac, and EGDeMuslim just dealing a lot of damage. And another drop here with actually a Viking land, not a drop. The Viking's going to get some kills with some probes, but SOC right on the money. He's going to be able to pull those probes back. And these Vikings, excuse me, getting a couple more kills. He needs to run these probes a little bit further away. He's going to try and focus on kill that Templar Archives to reduce the storm charges being upgraded. And now they're lifting off, and they're going to fly away. Getting quite a few kills there. Very nice multiple pronged attack from EGDeMuslim. Really applying so much pressure. Oh no, I thought he was going to fly over that, not pay attention. He drops right there on that focus fire, killing down that sentry. And he's probably just going to kill this Archon and run away. Run away? Yep. And we have a probe down here for SOC at his top left base, top left expansion. It looks like he's getting ready to put down an expansion, not quite sure. Gonna use that vision from those medevacs and pick off some probes. Stimming again, whoa, dodging that storm, can get those medevacs and run away. This Marauder, oh no, left behind, but oh, SOC once again pulling back. Dropping up here is gonna get a couple more kills. And we have another drop. Looks like we had some more Vikings dropping up there. But wow, EGDeMuslim, which is small armies, is doing so much damage. Now he's killing okay. Storming his own units and dealing a lot of damage to those probes. And then he was focusing on this gateway, so it's probably just a little bit of misclick in the heat of the moment. But fourth base for both players is going up in the same position. And we have another drop here from EGDeMuslim. The small army here is going to drop, take out this Stalker, and then probably go straight for that expansion. And there he goes, he's stimming, but oh, right on top of a storm. Good storm there, he's going to take it out. Does he see it? Oh, he did see it, but he's not. He's just going to go for the probes. He's just going to ignore the expansion and get some kills here. That medevac is probably going to die. And we have a big drop here in the back of the base, so EGDeMuslim all over the place at once, really forcing SOC to have to multicast, killing all those Zealots before they even finish warping in. He's going to need to storm right on top of those units, do some type of damage. Wow, most of that storm went on those Zealots, unfortunately. That was the second good storm, though. And just Marauders. And this Zealot is mutinying against SOC, taking out his own command center, his own Nexus. A tall boy does spawn. Looks like he's going to wrap up the rest of this medevac. And another attack here coming from the bottom at the third base of SOC. And he's just killing Zealots and Stalkers. He needs to watch this High Templar. He doesn't have it up for Storm. But there we go. There's a good Storm. But man, EGDeMuslim just microing around that. And is this Zealot still killing it? Oh my god, if this Zealot kills his own Nexus, I am just going to lol so hard. This Zealot is not happy. He's like, SOC, you're not playing very well, dude. You know, you lost the first game, and now this, and I'm just going to kill your Nexus. And, okay, finally, wow, that was close. SOC was probably like, where's my base under attack at? I killed everything. I'm looking at the minimap. There's no blue. And he's like, oh, yeah, I just took 1,000 shield and about 500 HP off of my own Nexus on my expansion. But EGDeMuslim here with another attack, and that's going to get cleaned up pretty well. Now, oh, wow, actually takes a High Templar. I got to micro this High Templar. And it looks like we have a drop here heading in from the right with 3 medevacs full of units. Man, I got to be on top of my game this game. There's just so many drops to EGDeMuslim all over the place. Hopefully I haven't missed too many drops. There's just been so many, and he's dropping units. He needs to get that storm off. This High Templar is just running away, taking down that Colossus. More warp gates here, but this one hasn't even been warped in. He just needs so many units all over the place. Storm going off, and wow, he just pretty much crushed most of that. EGDeMuslim now in the base of SOC, just taking stuff out, taking out the trash. He's going to get this Templar Archives. Good storm right there, taking out most of those Marines. A tall boy showing up, but ooh, is he going to make this? Is he going to live? He's going to live. Looks like he's going to live, taking out a couple SCVs, and once again, SOC is going to fight this off, but I don't think it's being very efficient. All this pressure is really reducing the economy of SOC at this point, and he's just going to come in here with another huge attack. He needs to watch out for those medevacs. They're way ahead of the army, and there we got another stim. He's going to focus fire and kill down some of these photon cannons. He's got those rallied up, and now he's probably just going to micro against those Zealots, take those out. We're building 2 more command centers here at the bottom right part of the base. We have a fight here outside the gold base of SOC, and EGDeMuslim just took out the expansion. Storm going down, and these High Templar do some pretty nice storms, but these Zealots are kind of spread out, and they're just kind of being picked off as they chase those units. The rest of the Protoss army just isn't fast enough to deal with those Marauders. Those Zealots just get way too far ahead of the pack. He really needs to use force fields to keep those units from running away. Then do the Zealots, get them in there. And more units being warped in here from the top, I think. They're going to be able to pick off the rest of these units, and Muslim is just kind of been throwing Marines and Marauders and Medevacs at Sock this whole game, and Sock's just been forced to try and deal with it. And he really hasn't been dealing with it as well as maybe he could have, but still he's in the game. This game's been going on, we're at the 23-minute mark. Wow. Oh, there we go. Nice feedback. And this High Templar is happy, but no, he's like, oh no, I'm out of stuff. I can't hit people. I can't even slap them. I've got no attack. I've got feedback and Storm, and that's it. But there we go. There's another good Storm. And Storm even taking out a Medevac, and using one Marine, one Marauder is killing so many units. Look at that, 2 kills on this guy, and we can look at upgrades. 3 attack upgrades for the Muslims infantry. And we have another attack over here on the right. Sock trying to kill these units. Good Storm, good feedback, and he's in a little small part there, trapped up against that ledge, and there we have the Storm. And these Medevacs, I think at points, EGDeMusliM just forgets he even has units. This Marauder with 8 kills, look at this, he's just sitting there, and this High Templar just has to sit there and watch, warp against some Zealots, one more High Templar, take him out. But with the Zealot against the Medevac killing a Marauder, I don't think he can win that. Really needs to feedback this guy here. I think he would kill him. Nope, he wouldn't. He only has 26, or it doesn't do 1 damage. Yeah, 1 damage per energy. And he really needs to work with some more units. And we have another attack down here, taking out that expansion. Once again, there's just too many attacks to Muslim all over the place. And wow, very nice Storm right on top of himself. High Templar taking one for the team, storming all over EGDeMuslim's units. And EGDeMuslim is in a place here where he can take up this pylon and have high ground vision against these probes, killing probes. I'm going to check the probe count. 84 to 55, so wow, the economy of EGDeMuslim, look at that. Like 2,000 versus 700. This game is just slowly going to go in favor more and more of EGDeMuslim as his macro just keeps on kicking ass. And we have another attack reinforcements pushing up here through the middle. Both players trying to take this expansion on the far left, and that Marauder finally did die. I think those 2 Medevacs just hanging out over there. And they're going to slowly take up this, I guess this was the 4th base of Sock. I think he's lost about 3 bases at this point, and this Command Center wants to try and land on top of the Nexus, but that is not going to work. Sock GGing after a very long and intense game. So we had EGDeMusliM win that 2-0 excuse me, against Sock. That was an intense game. There's definitely Terran players who can pull this off, this constant multiple prong harass with Marine, Marauder, Medevac, and EGDeMusliM does it so well. This map, he just played this so well. He just had drops, Marine, Marauder all over the place. And that's really what you want to do against an opponent who's going for High Templar, because you want small groups of units where Storm isn't as effective, because when you have one huge bio ball, a Storm can hit so many more units, and this just multiple prong harass really pays off. And Marine Marauder with Medevac and small numbers are just so efficient, and just like a really great combination. And if you have the micro to pull it off, it is just really hard to stop. The only thing I really think Sock could have done is maybe made 2 or 3 Phoenixes over the course of this 26-minute game, and just had those flying around picking off Medevac slowly. But you know, he tried to go for the High Templar, he tried to get some pushes going on, but he was always just counterattacked so fast by EGDeMusliM. And EGDeMusliM just put the pressure on so hard, kept his macro up, and ended up winning this game. You can see all the barracks he had. I can't remember the last time I looked in his base. He's got a command center here, Ghost Academy, like 5 barracks, and a lot more barracks. So what is that, 6 barracks here, and he's probably some more hiding around the map. But hope you guys enjoyed this game. It was so intense. Hope you enjoyed that. Thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to my YouTube page, all that good stuff. And I'll see everybody later.